Okay, so I guess we are going to start. I'm sorry for this delay, but there are a lot of subways not working this morning and traffic jams in Paris, so hopefully it will be better soon. So let me introduce myself. I'm Emmanuel Bacry. I'm the Chief Scientific Officer of the Health Data Hub. I will be talking about it later in this introduction. I'm also a researcher at the CNRS at the AI cluster PRAIRIE PSL, which is where we are today, and we thank PSL for that. So it's my pleasure to welcome you to this official side event of the Global AI Summit in France and to our event AI in Healthcare, Practical Solutions for Urgent Global Challenges. So this event is an opportunity to look at how AI can and will transform health and healthcare innovation. And what better time to discuss about that than doing it during this global summit. So the summit, I don't know if you followed it, for some of you, brought back to the forefront many questions, essential questions about AI. Let me list a few of them. There would be hundreds of them. Do regulation and innovation support or contradict each other? Who will be ahead in the global competition on AI? Is it only US and China? Is there a seat at the table for Europe? Should we follow the US pathway to a total deregulation to gain that seat? What about other players, such as India, of course? Will the major private investments underway pay off? So we all heard about Stargate, and you might have heard about announcements by President Macron of private investment in France. What are the implications about sovereignty? Don't we need public major investments? What will be societal consequences of AI deployment? Will it help overcome some of the major challenges of our society? Will it worsen some existing challenges, such as threats to democracy, reinforced biases? How to make sure that AI development and deployment is guided by public interest? So, and I could go on forever, I guess, right? But that's the purpose of this table, and this event, sorry. And actually, health, I think, is by all accounts one of the major applications of AI, is certainly the application where all these questions arise so acutely. It is really at the core of these questions. Prevention, diagnostics, treatment, AI in health has incredible innovation potential. And at the same time, it is one of the most sensitive areas of application because it affects us deeply. It affects what is most fundamental for us, most personal, our health. This dual perspective will be at the heart of today's discussion and allow us to shed light on subjects such as innovation potential, ethics, transparency, security, sovereignty, and of course, data-related issues. We talk a lot about AI revolution, in health, or revolution of AI in health, but AI revolution, above all, is data revolution. Well, this is what I think. We will discuss that. We'll see if everybody agrees on that. So it is not a surprise that this event is co-organized by the European Commission, as new European regulations will transform and shape AI research, innovation, and deployment in Europe for years to come, including, of course, the AI Act and the EHDS, the European Health Data Space Regulation. And in addition, the European Union is making funding available for research and innovation in AI and supporting key AI initiatives at the European level. So the Health Data Hub is very proud to co-organize this event with the European Commission, a key player in the field of AI innovation regulation. And I have therefore the pleasure to share this introduction with an esteemed high-level representative from the European Commission, Lorena Boix Alonso. I'm sorry if I... Okay. I trained this morning. So Lorena is Deputy Director General for Health in the Directorate General for Health and Food Safety, DG SANTE, driving European Union health policy and strategic initiatives. She brings extensive expertise in digital transformation and cybersecurity, having served as Director for Digital Society, Trust and Cybersecurity at DG Connect, where she led on topics like e-health, e-identification, and privacy. With over 20 years of service at the European Commission and as an accomplished lawyer with degrees from Harvard Law School and Université Libre de Bruxelles, she will introduce today's event from European Commission side and provide input on European Union priorities, regulations, and activities for AI. So the floor is yours, Lorena. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. And indeed, apologies for the delay, it's my fault. There was a little logistic problem, so I started my morning in a very healthy way. I did a sprint of more than 1.5 kilometers, so bear with me if I'm a bit dizzy, but here I am. And I'm really happy, thank you, Emmanuel, for your kind words, because for me, this type of events, AI and health, is kind of a dream. As Emmanuel was saying, I've been working almost 20 years in the digital field. And only in the last 4 years, I was more touching with that guy sitting there who was with me in DigiConnect about the application of digital to the health sector. But I must say at the time we were kind of the dreamers and everything you can do. And now, now we see this is a reality. It's only 7 months ago that I was appointed Deputy Director General for Health. And of course, I'm bringing all this background, and this is really an amazing opportunity for all of us to dig into this. And I'm going to start this speech touching about something that Emmanuel was already hinting to, which is the word that is really on fashion right now in the European Commission, but I think not only, competitiveness. I think that no one that works in the European Commission today gives a speech without mentioning that word. And this is because it is a high priority. You know, the Commission started a new mandate recently, and this is one of the mantras, competitiveness. And of course, applied to the health sector as well. So let me give you a few figures only from that market perspective. According to the World Economic Forum, the global AI health market is experiencing an exponential growth trajectory with a compound annual growth rate of more than 40% between 24 and 32. This means that by 2032, the estimated value is of almost $500 billion. If we look only at Gen AI applied to the healthcare sector, this projection, it's even harder. The growth rate is around 85%. If you look, and these are figures from the European Patent Office, in oncology, AI-driven oncology patents are growing today 3 times faster than patents across all industries. And for medical devices, we know that this is the field where you can see it very deeply, because around 70% of AI applications in healthcare relate to the medical device sector. If you look at only the medicines market, the potential is also huge. In drug discovery, you can cut research and development time by half, simply by analyzing molecular interactions. Clinical trials, you can reduce by 20%, speeding up regulatory approvals, also transforming manufacturing and even pharmacovigilance. So the potential at global scale is huge, but I would say that also in Europe, the potential is huge. And it is because, as you know, we have hundreds of extremely innovative startups, but we are also aware that often we stop there, and we still have some work to do when it comes to private investment and speed of bringing the products to the market. We are working on that. But this is enough about competitiveness, because I think that all of us that are here and all of us that are working in the health sector know that AI in healthcare is certainly not only about efficiency and economic growth. Certainly it is, and that's good. But AI applied to healthcare is also an amazing tool to bridge healthcare gaps. And how can this be done? Well, first, simply by applying it to healthcare. Naturally, you are going to support reaching certain populations simply by assisting doctors to analyze patient data in real time. AI-powered decision support tools can, of course, reduce diagnostic errors and therefore ensure that facilities, health facilities that don't have a lot of or known specialists can then provide better high-quality care by focusing what they have to. If you look at, of course, populations or regions that are in rural areas or under-disturbed, AI-driven diagnostic and telemedicine can allow, of course, medical specialists to focus and reduce time to focus on those that otherwise would not have access to high-quality medicine. But there is much more than AI can do to tackle inequalities and to reach everyone. But for that, and I go to what Emmanuel was mentioning, for that you need the right regulatory framework. Because with innovation comes responsibility. And I don't think this is about choosing between innovation and regulation. It is really about creating the conditions for responsible, impactful AI that can change lives. And the impact that AI has and can have and will have in health is so revolutionary that the choices that we make today on how we govern, how we fund, and how we develop AI in healthcare are going to define the future of medicine for generations to come. So the time is now. And for that, I think that it's well known that we are very good at regulating in the European Union. And I'm not shy to say that in this field, we have done a lot. There will be talks about the AI Act, I'm sure, later today in one of the panels, and I'm sure that during the event, the summit, there was. But today I'm going to focus on data governance. Because being fair, being inclusive in AI depends to a very large extent on the way we manage the data. And we know that AI is only as powerful as the data it learns from. But today, AI in healthcare faces a fundamental challenge. And this challenge is faced worldwide, everywhere. In many countries in the world, as you know, data remains locked in silos. It is fragmented across hospitals, labs, research centers. In some cases, data is controlled by private parties, limiting access to researchers, startups, and even public health authorities. And in too many instances, as you know, we lack interoperability, which means that even if the data is there, it cannot be easily used for AI in innovation. So if we want AI in healthcare to really break all these silos and deal with these challenges, we need to have the right regulatory framework. And I think that here in Europe, we are leading in that. From a data point of view, our objective right now is to create a structured, trusted, and interoperable health data space that will allow AI to thrive. And this is the idea behind the e-health data space regulation that was already mentioned. And this is where I am going to focus. Because, as I was saying before, there is all this debate right now about regulating, not regulating, too much regulating. I don't think it's about that. It's about choosing what is the right tool. And from my point of view, the e-health data space is the best example, certainly in the health sector, about a regulatory framework that is an enabling framework. It's a regulatory framework that is there to break barriers, to facilitate things. How? First, by breaking the silos, because by mandating, so I'm talking about mandating, so it is mandatory, it will be mandatory when it enters into force, the sharing of all types of health data, including electronic health records, genomics, medical imaging, registries. We are making sure that AI systems are trained in very diverse representative populations, and in Europe we are talking about 27 member states. We often complain about the fact that the European Union has 27 very diverse, very different populations, and this is precisely what is the richness of the European Union when we talk about having a common data set. Because not only we are going to have a much richer data set that can trigger innovation, but also we are going to avoid the biases that we have in many existing models, which often fail also to reflect the needs even of marginalized communities. But second, apart from breaking silos, the e-health data space makes sure that there is equitable access to researchers, healthcare providers, and innovators across Europe, because it is streamlining data discovery and secure processing, allowing AI developers to analyze vast data sets in secure, privacy-preserving environments. So by eliminating this fragmentation, the e-health data space is basically creating a level playing field. So now, this is why, from our point of view, the e-health data space regulatory framework is not only about making AI smarter, but also about making it fairer. And let me give one or two examples of how, in practice, this will have an impact. Let's take, for example, the cardiovascular field. Let's imagine a person that goes for the annual checkup, and today it goes to the checkup, we'll see cholesterol is okay, electrocardiogram looks fine, and the person feels healthy. Within 1 year, this person has a major heart attack. Now, this is a tragedy that if we use AI well and we have the right data, could have been prevented even years before. And with the e-health data space, this can change. Why? Because AI trained in millions of anonymized patient records across Europe can help recognize dangerous patterns. Also, because, as I was saying before, you can have multimodal data, and you can then analyze genetic predisposition, lifestyle data, and even tiny anomalies that the electrocardiogram maybe would have not been so visible for a doctor. So this is, in a way, how you can see that having the right data and the right access to its data can really have a practical impact in life. And this is an example about prevention, so it's not only about treatment. And it's certainly on purpose that I gave an example on cardiovascular, because this is going to be one of the priorities of the European Commission. Our commissioner already announced that there will be a European plan on cardiovascular health, and watch this space because he already announced that we will be doing something on AI and cardiovascular. So look at what will be coming in this field because we certainly want to apply it there. Now, I can give you another example on drug discovery for those more in the pharma sector. Today, you know that developing new medicines can take between 10 and 15 years and billions of euros. So if you look at rare diseases, this challenge is even bigger. First, because, of course, you don't have enough population for traditional clinical trials, but also because we know that pharma companies take commercial decisions, and maybe this is not the place where they are going to get the highest return on investment. So today, 90% of rare diseases have no approved treatment. So again, if today the e-health data space will become a reality, and we are very close right now, it will be possible to analyze patterns across thousands of rare disease patients across Europe, and then you can find common biomarkers and genetic signals, but also because AI applied in this sector can enable faster medicinal products repurposing, so that an existing medicine or molecule under development can be adapted to a rare disease. For example, a medicine originally developed for diabetes could also treat a rare neurological disorder, or a wearable cardiac monitor originally developed for heart rhythm disorders could detect early signs of a rare neuromuscular disease. So this is all the potential. This potential is here in the European Union. And we know that we are almost there with the e-health data space, but we have already started to show that the e-health data space can really be a reality. How? Because we have already some experience in the European Union with projects that are being funded right now, where we are already gathering health data across Europe. We have genomic data infrastructure, very, very successful project, the Cancer Image Europe, and also the OSC for Cancer, where we are already mixing and gathering data imaging, medical, clinical genomics, and even environmental and socioeconomic data. So we have this experience. Now, of course, we want that all these projects will be transformed and adopt the regulatory framework of the e-health data space. And now start all this to become a reality. So I'm going to close with a bit of hope. We have indeed a regulatory framework for the data, a regulatory framework also on the governance models with the AI Act, and we have world-class supercomputers. You know, coming from DigiConnect, we have invested a lot in having world-class supercomputers and secure cloud infrastructure. So we have basically all the ingredients there for this sector to shine for the benefit of all. And we believe that this is not only a European conversation, we really believe that this can be a model for the world. That's basically all the lessons we can get from this framework. So now I'm going to leave you with the debate. I'm really looking forward to listen to the discussions. And indeed, let's make sure we are in the moment to make sure that we get it right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lorena, for your insightful introduction. Thank you to the European Commission team, and especially Melody and Janos, who co-organize, from a practical point of view, also this event. Let me say a few words about the Health Data Hub and its the interest in AI and the involvement at the European level. The Health Data Hub was created within the national strategy in France, following the report by Cédric Villani on AI. Cédric will be with us at the end of the day. He will do the conclusion of this event. The mission of the Health Data Hub is to facilitate access to health data for policy, research, and innovation purposes, and of course with a particular focus on AI research and innovation. So in that respect, we play a role that is similar to the health data access bodies role. So the health data access bodies will be talking about it, but there will be major institutions in all the countries to give access to data within the European health data space. So at the Hub, we serve as a unique gateway for requests to access health data and support applicants throughout the process. We make available French health data through partnership with data producers, but through also the Health Data Hub catalog, which includes, of course, the national claim database. We develop and make available a state-of-the-art, both from a scalability point of view and secure point of view, platform for operating projects on health data. At a national level, we are accompanying more than 50 projects very closely involved with AI. Okay, we are leading some of them. Let me just mention one of them. It's called Partage, so sharing or shared in English. It's a very large consortium of more than 30 actors. We have like 20 hospitals with us, 10 academic research teams involved in NLP and health, and 2 startups, Recital and Mistral. You heard, I guess, about Mistral, right? And the goal is to produce common goods to democratize generative AI use in healthcare. Okay, so it will produce a lot of open source. At the European level, we are very much involved, and to mention just 2 major EU-funded projects, we have led the health data at EU pilot, so which is the pilot of the European health data space for secondary use of health data, with a consortium of 18 or almost 20 different institutions. And we are leading today the SHAPED project. SHAPED, you write it with an A and I in the middle, right? Which is a project for facilitating AI medical device development and deployment, and it is just starting today. Okay, so let me tell you about the agenda and move to the first roundtable. So the agenda will be made of 4 panels today. Crucial foundations of data access and governance, immediate impact of AI on diagnostics, treatments, and patient care, scaling AI solutions, and of course, we will finish by examining the ethical considerations and challenges that lie ahead, and collectively envision a future where AI empowers both patients and healthcare professionals. So let's start right away and invite the panelists from the first roundtable to come to join us. So please, Marco, David, Eric, Johnny, and Bacry. Thank you very much.